Hey, so what's your name?
Frederick Piña.
Frederick Piña. And you're from where?
Originally the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, but raised in Brooklyn.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what got you into acting?
A high school play.
Oh, okay.
A high school play that a drama teacher, she kind of basically recruited me for a part in a play, and I got bit by the bug, man, you know. So I started doing like showcases and other like local theater companies in the city, New York. So, you know, I'm just very passionate about art and the theater world, you know.
Very cool. And so, like, acting in the Dominican Republic as opposed to in Hollywood, like, how different is it?
Well, I never acted in the Dominican Republic because I grew up in Brooklyn, so I came as a child to this country, you know. So, I don't know how to compare that, you know. So I never did it over there, but I guess there's some pretty good Dominican actors. I think there used to be a Dominican actor that was on a TV show. Unfortunately, he passed away years earlier. He was a victim of a crime, but I think he was like the only that I highly profile actor that was of Dominican descent. You know.
Very nice. Would you say, I guess, the Bronx, or was it the Bronx or
Brooklyn?
So would you say Brooklyn kind of helped you with your style of acting, or?
It kind of helps you with your style of handling the business, you know, because it's a tough business. You got to be a little tough, you know, coming from Brooklyn to handle that kind of stuff, you know. So I guess that helps. You got to play more like urban roles, you know what I mean? Because you have that immediate exposure to just urban characters and that kind of, you know, it's not as I suppose as innocent as growing up in the suburbs, you know what I mean?
So would you say overall, like, acting, I guess casting ideas, what would you say would be your best part? What part kind of will sell yourself and have you like actually be like?
What roles do I prefer? I usually prefer you know, complex characters, you know, and rich characters. I like characters that kind of evolve along with the story, you know. So like they're kind of like multi-layer, and you can sort of like experiment with, you know, characteristics of who they are in conjunction with like you know, the environment, the story. So I haven't done Shakespeare yet. I'm looking to do Shakespeare, but I would say the most complex character that I had was I had to do a monologue about a young man that had issues with his father. And I've experienced that kind of tension in my personal life with parents, you know. So it allowed me to tap into that. So I think I gave a richer performance because of that true nature of where it was coming from.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So cool. Now this is just a really random, like, far out there question. Okay, so like actors, like they travel all around the world. Where would you want to go if you became like a famous actor?
If I became a famous actor, I would love to have like a touring, like a one man show, like a comedy, like a successful comedy, like in Europe.
Okay.
You know, I would love to like tour Europe. You know, that's kind of exciting, you know, just going to London and Paris and maybe going off Italy. I don't know if the language barrier, I mean, so many people speak English in Europe now that I don't think it makes as much of a difference now, because so many young kids speak so many different languages in Europe, you know, like 3, 4, 5 languages. So, yeah.
Very cool. So now overall, like casting, is it like a complicated process or?
Casting is interesting, you know. I've been cast in a lot of, in the beginning you get like those kind of stereotypical roles.
Yeah.
You know, one time this lady tried to cast me as like, you know, kind of like a junkie in a play. So I remember I really wanted to do stage work, and it was an opportunity to do stage work, but I just didn't see the challenge of playing a strung out junkie.
I don't see that in yourself either.
Yeah,
right?
it just felt too cliche, you know. It's just you know, from my background, you know, the whole minority in Brooklyn, I don't know, it just seems like it's too much of that, you know.
Yeah, it's a broader spectrum. That's the one thing.
Right. I wanted to portray more positive or more complex roles, you know. So I'm hoping to just, you know, get roles that are have more meat to them, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, with film and everything else, it affects a large spectrum of different people, different aspects of people's lives. Overall, what aspects like would you kind of want to play with in people's lives? This one thing is like they always tell stories that are
I'm all about complex stories, you know, because we live in a complex world.
Yeah.
And what I look for in stories is just what personally draws me to story is when you can sort of reveal the layers back. Because in life, things are not just like black and white, you know. So I would like to be in films that are they just sort of show the world different sides of worlds that are not immediately known or seen, you know. You know, there's so many complex worlds. Like, I think in America we don't have movies about like South Africa, because you know South Africa is an English-speaking part of the world, and we know so little of South Africa. And in some ways, it kind of mirrors like the 60s with the whole race issue, because race is still like a big issue in South Africa. So even though some young people have kind of forgotten those kind of race issues in South Africa, like my understanding is that there's still like tension and, you know, race tension, and, you know, it's a complex modern society, and I'm surprised that we don't have more like South African type stories in America today.
Nice.
I would like to see more films of that.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, I guess like since we're out in like Santa Monica, has that like casting wise, is it a place that really helps with casting? Like LA, like which areas are helpful with like casting?
Like casting agencies?
Casting agencies.
I just moved into LA from New York, so I've been here since May.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure how to answer that, because I haven't landed many roles yet. I'm still kind of fresh in LA, you know. I've gotten some like extra work, but you know, it's just extra work. It's just like, you know, just
start
to pay the rent,
right?
You know. It's like pocket money and like bus fare money, you know. But I enjoy the atmosphere of LA and the energy. It's just very different in New York. So I'm interested in kind of meeting more local artists out here, you know.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah, I like to grow with that.
Yeah. Now, this is one thing. I'm not an actor. I'm a tech guy.
Yeah.
But have you ever gone out to what is it, Skid Row? Like, because I know New York is like kind of like the rough tumble, and like LA has like this like fluffiness to it. And the only spots that like really has that like really like rough and tumble is Skid Row. So like, have you ever been out there?
I passed through Skid Row a few times. That's downtown Los Angeles, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I passed through there, and it doesn't look like a place for tourism.
No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
I was surprised when I read in the newspaper this when the mayor of LA like authorized like total cleaning of the place. You know, like
it's some pretty good work with that.
Right. You know, I don't know, man. It seems like a rough life, man. You know, it's just I don't know how people can survive mentally that kind of environment. You know, so I mean, I guess that's where you go to play a junkie, man. You know,
it's like it's a weird like nuance though. But like the weirdest thing about like Skid Row is that it does have like the film industry in Skid Row.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of films get shot in that area.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the appeal.
Yeah.
So I guess
I
guess it's cheaper to shoot there. Is it?
It's cheaper to shoot, and then they have like that whole like industrial type of flavor to it.
Oh, really?
But like the weirdest thing is that like now they're doing wide spectrum of like other things that like kind of this like more artistic type of like movie filming and whatnot that might actually be something that you might like.
I hope so. You know, I'm here. You know, have big dreams. You know, just I hope to grow as an artist, as a person. You know, just looking for new adventures in the art world. You know,
nice.
So I hope that a lot of positive things will be happening. You know,
Good stuff,
I'm excited.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's about to die. Should we
All
just
right.
keep going? We're at like
All right,
we're at
cool.
like 11 seconds, or 11 minutes.